So why don't we repair as well when we age? And why do we have age-related diseases, or why do we have certain diseases that are much more prevalent in the elderly and or worse outcomes with certain diseases in the elderly, and how can we target those processes so that the elderly can repair or can repair or have better outcomes more similar to a young person.
Right. Yeah, I actually just had Michael Levin on, and a lot of our discussion centered on regeneration. And basically, one of the things that's really interesting about this field, when we're thinking about vertebrates at least, is we all have regenerative capabilities, but those basically go down as we age. So, he made the point that you can split a human embryo in half when it's at the one cell stage and it becomes two full humans. But then as we age, right, that regenerative capacity goes down. And then everybody knows at an intuitive level that at some point you get old enough where you struggle to even repair simple damage to the body. And so something age-related has happened there where the body's reparative mechanisms go down just steadily over time, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
A good example of that is, I study fibrosis and fibroblasts. Fibroblasts are like the key cell that generates scar tissue, and so scar tissue tends to be, diseases of scar tissue or fibrotic diseases tend to be more prevalent as we get older. And so one of the things that we've found is that that key cell, the fibroblast, has this enormous amount of plasticity. It can differentiate into a myofibroblast and generate scar, and then it can de-differentiate back into its precursor. And that process tends to be impaired as we age and in the context of disease as well.
see, so these fibroblasts are a common cell type, and they're the thing that makes scar tissue, basically.
Exactly.
So they can differentiate into cells of the body. Like if you've got a scar on your skin, they can turn into new skin cells that are composing the scar tissue. And then they can also de-differentiate. So they're kind of like stem cells or something.
Yeah, there's this kind of master reparative cell. They're sort of dormant in your tissues until you need them.
Mm-hmm.
And so like when you fall and scrape your knee, then your first line defense is your immune system, inflammation happens. And then your second line defense is that these fibroblasts proliferate, they migrate toward the site of damage, and then they differentiate into, fibroblasts differentiate into myofibroblasts, which are muscle-like cells. And then why do you need muscle-like cells? You need something to pull that wound closed.
Mm.
And cells generate that scar tissue matrix. And then as the wound is resolving, those cells either undergo apoptosis or death, or they de-differentiate back into their precursor.
Hmm.
And so that process of either they become resistant to apoptosis or they fail to de-differentiate back, that is one of the things that happens that contributes to this persistent scar tissue response.
I see. So these things are dormant. Where do they come from? Are they sort of locally embedded everywhere? So if I get a cut,
fibroblasts are in almost every tissue.
Okay. Okay, so they're sort of ready and waiting everywhere.
Ready and waiting. Mm-hmm.
So you get a scar. So first you get some kind of injury, and you literally have to plug the hole and like stop the initial problem. And so they're literally turning into something like a muscle cell and then pulling the wound closed, essentially.
Yes. Yep. While they're generating scar, and then as you're resolving that injury, those cells will again either die, which is a normal part of the repair process, or they'll de-differentiate back into that precursor cell. So that's actually one of our findings that we made, was that those cells do have the capacity to de-differentiate, and that on top of that capacity can be impaired when we age.
Mm-hmm. So if I get a cut on my skin or something, the wound will essentially be closed because these fibroblasts will turn into muscle-like cells to hold it closed. My new skin cells will form and everything will go back to the way it was, almost, depending on how old I am and how well the process is working. And then those cells will the fibroblasts that helped pull the wound closed, they will either die off or turn back into fibroblasts because they're no longer needed there.
Right.
So what starts to happen when that doesn't happen?